Good day or good evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this video in your space-time. Not sure if you heard that, but the crows outside had something to say as well. As I sat down to tap into the energies of the collective, I started feeling those out there that have a little bit of a heavy heart at this space-time. And this one's going to be for the person who is awoken, is woke, but is struggling a little bit. And I'm hearing that they feel like they're being left behind because they're surrounded by others that are so positive and upbeat all the time, who seem like they have no worries in the world. It's a really big feeling of feeling left behind is what I'm feeling from this energy that I'm tapping into. And Spirit wanted me to sit down and let you know that it's not a leaving behind at all. That it's okay. Thank you, Crow, for the confirmation. But it's okay to feel these things. Just because you're a woke individual, just because you know that we need to remain positive, put positive vibes out into the universe, it's still okay to feel your own emotions sometimes. There's very important reasons for them. It's called learning and growth. You're just in a time of growth. That's what I keep hearing Spirit say. So I wanted to go ahead and do a little reading for those who might be in this mode right now. I did things a little different as I was guided to this morning. Spirit led me to 4 different decks that I have. I shuffled and cleansed and cleared all of them, and I was told how many cards wanted to come out. I did not look at these cards yet. They're all laid out here before you. And we're going to go through these and see what messages come out. I also woke up with a song this morning. And this song actually came up for me in the near past, sometime this past week as well, but it's the song called Screen by 21 Pilots. And it's talking all about this person. It's saying, I'm standing in front of you, I'm trying to be so cool. And then the chorus goes, we're broken people. And if you haven't heard that song, I highly suggest maybe after this reading checking it out. Because there might be some things in there for you to hear and listen to. So I just wanted to share that before we get started. Let's go ahead and start with the Medicine Woman cards. These were the first cards that I was drawn to take off my shelf for this reading. We have the Wild Feminine. Awaken your she-wolf instinct, that primordial force. I really feel like this is Mother God coming to you at this time. That primordial mother energy, and I can see her reaching her arms out to you and hugging you. Perhaps wolves are a familiar for you. And I'm not gonna lie, this breastplate that's on the wolf kind of reminds me of Isis, like the wings on Isis, or Ma'at as well. Ma'at is often depicted with those wings. But it's also it's very much giving me like Isis, like divine feminine energy, for sure. You even have that triangle behind there. So maybe you resonate with all different aspects of different gods and goddesses, deities from across the world, You got the wolves, you got the triangle, the pyramid in the background. I'm seeing the feathers, maybe indigenous tribes as well, with the number 2. But getting in touch with that primordial instinct in this scenario is what's going to help you to obtain the growth that this seemingly, I'm hearing seemingly downward spiral. So while everybody is on an upward trajectory, you feel like you are on a downward spiral. And that's okay. Spirit's like, that's okay, because it really is. They're adamant that it's for growth. It's so that you can expand. It's that voided space of the womb, of the divine womb, you know what I mean? We all have to go back there sometimes, I heard. Let's see what else came out of the Medicine Woman Oracle. We have empowerment. Empowerment. Assert yourself and shine your power now. I'm just going to hold that there because the visuals on these cards are amazing. And the vibes that I'm picking up off of this card, it looks as if she's got all these eyes surrounding her. It's reminding me of Peacock too. But they look like little eyeballs all around her. And this stands for protection too, like several evil eyes, you know, reflecting the negativity, like repulsing the energy away from you at this time. But I'm also hearing that it is symbolizing that you have lots of eyes on you right now as well. Lots of onlookers. Lots of people with their own opinions. And with this card, I'm feeling that you're being asked to assert yourself and set your boundaries. The boundaries are lacking with these eyeballs that are all around you. And the minute that you assert those boundaries and root them, I'm hearing, root your boundaries, your power is going to be able to shine through. Number 35 might be significant as well. Perhaps you're 35 years old, I'm hearing. But could mean other things for you as well. The 3-5 energy. 3 is a divine master number. 5 is all about change. It's that change number. The last card from this deck is card number 18, and it's Spirit of Air. A favorable wind is blowing on your life. That's beautiful. I keep setting these down and then picking them back up. I was talking about the spirals, right? This card has all these spirals going around in a big spiral around this bird flying through the air. I was talking about that. You feel like everybody's on an upward spiral and you feel like you're on a downward spiral. But that spiral goes both ways, I'm hearing. Spirit's like the spiral goes both ways. It also could be illusionary, because when you're spiraling back around something, it looks like you're coming downwards, but really you're springboarding up. It's like you're coming down to gain momentum. It's that vibe. And that Spirit of Air is going to be coming in very shortly here to lead you and to push you up higher. If that makes sense. So you're on a downward trajectory, and that air is coming this way, and it's like boof. You see what I mean? That's what I'm trying to talk about. It's hard to explain without visualizations. But that Spirit of Air is here for you. It's coming. A favorable wind, you know? Things will be coming into your favor. very soon. Whether you feel this at this time or not. 1-8, 18 could be a significant number for you as well. This is also reminding me of an analogy that Spirit shared with me the other night that I thought was pretty cool, and it involves the moon and how the moon rules over the oceans. I mean, yeah, people know that, but after Spirit started talking about that, it brought my mind to how the waves work and how there's like a pull back and then a push forward with the way the waves and the tides come in. And that's all ruled by the moon, and that's like the feminine energy. So that could have some significance here as well with this primordial feminine empowerment coming through. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you are a feminine. It's the energies. It's the energies. And with this 1-8, Spirit's telling me that the wind is always beneath you. The wind is always there to carry you, to guide you. It's always there. Even when you're cutting down through, it's still there. Let's go ahead and move on to the Oracle of Birds at this time. That's what these cards are, and I'm feeling called to let you take a look at the back of the card. It says, lift your gaze to the sky. Be unique, free, and yet connected. So it's all about being different and unique in your own self, but seeing the fact that everything is all connected. Unified. One. First card that we have is the Thrush. Unfolding potential. See? Express your diversity. Okay, now I see why they wanted me to share the back of the card and say that before these cards were pulled or shared. But don't be afraid to express your diversity. Even in this card at the top where I said I'm seeing all different kinds of things in this card. You know, I'm seeing ancient Egypt. I'm seeing, maybe some Nordic in there. Some definite indigenous. But that's all diversity, right? Whether you're physically from these places or not need not matter. It's what resonates with your soul, right? There's a reason why all these different things resonate with your soul that pique your interest. And so this thrush is letting you know that by following this is how your potential unfolds. And not being afraid to express your diversity. And if you're surrounded by these eyeballs here that are going to judge you for that, then they need to be removed. Make room for the new, I heard. Make room for the new. I'm going to go ahead and move these ones over a little bit. The next bird that we have here is the heron. Balance of energy, yin and yang. Meditation and introspection bring you into your power. So perhaps you might be a little bit too much into your masculine energy right now. Because we've got this primordial wild feminine over here with the number 2. And something might be out of balance there just a little bit. And you're being called back to this primordial energy for a minute. And this is what's going to bring you into your power. This says empowerment right here. So it's using that masculine energy to assert yourself, but getting in touch with that feminine side and expressing your diversity as well. The balancing. The last bird that we have is the dove. Eternal love. All is love. You are infinitely loved. But that saying right there in the middle, all is love, just like what I was talking about with the diversity, and how I'm feeling like you're connecting with a lot of different things that like aren't necessarily related to one another when it comes to like location of origin. That's what I'm hearing. But all is inclusive. It's the love is in that diversity. Don't be ashamed of what you resonate with. It's a gift. It's a gift, I'm hearing. And that peace bird, I call them peace birds. That peace bird's coming in, gracing you with peace at this time as well. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my inner child oracles. That's what these ones are. The first one that we have here is card number 33. Look at that. 33. Speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. It's very important here, I'm feeling. Now there's beeping in the background, so that tells me that's a trash truck coming. But it's telling me that this is a very urgent part of this message. Have you been talking bad to yourself? Don't do that. Outward kindness is shown when you start being kind to yourself first. It's very important to be delicate with yourself. Be forgiving of yourself. Tell yourself, go look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. I love you no matter what. Your mistakes are just springboards to my future. Give yourself positive affirmations. Be careful in everyday conversation with and about yourself what you say, because even if we, there's little, I even do it too. You do something silly, like some silly little mistake within your own life, like say you drop an egg on the floor in accident. You're like, oh man, you dummy, like that. Or, God damn it, you dummy. Don't do that either. Just be like, oh, whoopsie. You can bring some humor into it too. Humor helped me. Humor definitely helped me with this part of, my spiritual path. I used to be a very, very, very negative person on myself. And perhaps you hold yourself, let's see, what's the words I'm looking for? You're very self-critical. Very self-critical. I could totally relate to that as well. But there's an art to letting go of that self-criticism, for sure. And this, it's just, I can't stress how important it is with how you talk to yourself and how you engage with yourself. Because it also puts things out into your auric field, and that's what you end up attracting back. So you might be feeling bad about yourself, and then you're putting that out into your auric field, and then all these people around you are treating you the same way that you're treating yourself, and then that just makes the whole mood even worse, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. My dog is over here grunting. She says, hello. Alright, the next card we have. Become aware. Number 6. Listen to the wisdom of the body. Are you tired? Some of this moodiness might be here because you might be tired. I'm just hearing tired, and you're denying the fact that you're tired. You don't want to you don't want to sit down for a second. But just paying attention to your body, getting in touch with what your body is asking for in the moment. You've got that beautiful leopard there. Maybe that's another familiar coming out for you. Big cat energy. Leo, maybe? Lyran, if you associate yourself with starseeds. But see how that leopard is sitting at the peak of the mountain. It's looking down. It's being very observant. So observation is definitely coming to play here with all this. Becoming aware of yourself. Becoming aware of what you're feeling in the moment. Do like a feeling check-in. You know? Check in with yourself. Yourself is asking yourself to check in with it. And the last card from this oracle deck. Number 14. Flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. And it looks like they're dancing here on an open, glowing lotus flower. They've got the astrals in the sky. I'm hearing ancestors. Ancestors. If you're in the U.S., we are on a vacation week. Perhaps you're getting ready to go visit some family, or maybe you're surrounded by family currently. But that's not always going to be the case. This is a timeless message, but I'm definitely feeling like your ancestors are moving forward at this time for you as well. And they're asking you to call upon them. I'm hearing, let's dance. Dance it out. This person specifically knows what that means. It's something that resonates with them. You forgot for a second that you gotta just go dance it out. That's what I'm hearing. But it's getting into that flow as well. Flow, oddly enough, means letting go of that steering wheel, you know? Letting go, not literally, please don't do that. But I'll use my analogy that I like to use. It's that cliffside. It's letting go of that cliffside. You know, you got the waters of spirit below you, or maybe you're in them right now, but you're clinging on to something for dear life. And the minute you let go of that and just allow the flow to handle it, things become much easier for you to handle. Once this happens, then alignment happens as well. So definitely going with the flow is very important. And the last card that I was guided to include in this message today is from the White Light Oracle. And that's this one. We got another wolf. The wolf is on the back of the card. So the wolf energy is very, very strong here. Spirit of the owl. The 852 hertz frequency. Frequency music. Have you looked into maybe listening to some frequency music? Maybe this 852 hertz, you can just go right on YouTube and, you know, search it. Put some earphones in, set some time aside, and just lay down or sit down, breathe, relax, and allow those frequencies to penetrate. Card number 20, that might be a significant number for you. I do apologize if you see a little dirt in my nails today. I just got a millipede, and I've been digging in its cage like it's dirt. I've been making its little terrarium. So, I'm not a dirty person, it's just I have this awesome little dude that I named Anubis, actually. He's definitely flowing into my life. But I also wanted to share, I usually meditate before I lay down at night to go to sleep. And in my meditation last night, now these cards are fairly new to me still, and so I've never seen this one, but I seen this owl face in my mind's eye while I was meditating last night. So that's pretty cool. It's a cool synchronicity there for me. And I will go ahead and read to you a little bit of what this card speaks of before we close this out today or night. It says, recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking, living, and seeing. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in the higher frequency states. Yeah, see? Like what I said about that. Make way for the new. It says, you shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and a higher understanding. See, it's that you're not completely spiraling down. You're dipping down the roller coaster, and then you're going to have this rising, this climb, and then phew, you know what I mean? To gain momentum. Thank you, Owl Spirit. This is perfect for what we're talking about here. I love it when that all comes into alignment. It says, Spirit Owl is the wisdom bearer, the one who perceives the intended meaning underlying words and the truth behind appearances. Even in darkness, Spirit Owl senses subtle movement with accuracy. The heightened senses of Spirit Owl are akin to the supernatural perception of the higher self. Your higher self sees through illusions and with compassion. It astutely recognizes the agendas of the ego and tunes into the empowering energies of the universe to find a constructive way to express its loving purpose. Spirit Owl enhances your connection to your higher self, guiding you beneath the compelling nature of appearances, where a vastly different and spiritually empowering perspective is available to you. From such heightened awareness, you can accurately intuit the complex drives at work in yourself and others. This makes it easier to have compassion, outwit negativity, and make decisions that are helpful and healing, rather than adding to the confusion or disorder. When Spirit Owl appears in a reading, a mystery is soon to be solved, and the ensuing clarity will bring relief and spiritual reward. As Spirit Owl is a message bearer, this oracle is also a positive omen for your future. There's that air spirit, the spirit of air. Look at that. There he is. There he is, right there. That gave me goosebumps. Now I have to find where I was. Let's start it right at the beginning of the sentence again. As Spirit Owl is a message bearer, this oracle is also a positive omen for your future. A sign that is seemingly impossible or impenetrable situation is unraveling at this time. See, it's not a falling apart, it's a falling into place. And that's what Spirit really wanted you to hear today. Don't think of it as a falling apart. Things are falling into pieces so that they can fall into place. It goes on to say 852 is the frequency of higher self-connection, which favors the clearing of the mind and an awakening of genuine insight and higher understandings. The frequency of 852 opens one to perceive light and communicate with the realms of the higher light beings. With such clarity of mind, it is easy to recognize lower level beings who do not operate from unconditional love and pure wisdom. There is no attraction to such beings, but a compassionate attitude towards them. What attracts the soul At this high frequency is the pure light of wisdom, grace, and spiritual liberation, to which the soul is drawn for nourishment and restoration. Two things. This kind of reminded me of, speaking of having compassion even for the lower level frequencies, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to share real quick. We were watching Gremlins last night, and the little bad guy Gremlins, you know. I just, like, in the moment watching it, like, they kind of made me laugh a little bit with what they did. Like, they're so, like, trickster, like, mischievous little devious things. But I looked at my daughter, I'm like, you know what? I still have, like, compassion for them, though. Like, I know they're supposed to be, like, the bad guys of the movie, but they can't help that they were born into, like, what they are. Like, they just are what they are. They can't help it. They don't know that they're doing stuff that's bad. Like, I felt such a compassion towards these little monsters in the movie, and I actually thought some of them were a little cute. My favorite one is Stripe, the one with the white mohawk. But anyways, yeah, Gremlins. Maybe that's a fun movie you could watch, maybe with your family sometime soon. But yeah, it's that unconditional love, you know, and it starts within yourself. It starts with you. I know that sounds really cheesy, but it's true. And also, fun fact, the 852 hertz also helps with regeneration of, like, cells. It helps with healing cells within your body. So if you have any, like, ailments, I'm stuttering right now. I got all this info I want to get out. Anyways, it helps with ailments, like, you know, blood flow, things like that. So if you're struggling with that too, 852 hertz is actually a really good one to listen to as well for those kind of things too. So with all this reading today, I just want to say that I love you unconditionally, and it is okay to feel down and out sometimes. It's also an expression of being human. It's okay to be human. You are in a human body currently. It's not all that, you know, that you may identify with being, but right now we are a human being. You know what I mean? You are being. You are a soul being. So anyways, I love you very much. And I truly, truly felt your energies in this day for me, and I am honored that I was able to sit down and do this for you. Namaste. And until next time, I will continue to unconditionally love you guys. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.